Listen, not with your ears, with everything you have left. Right now, you are either about to change your life or make the biggest mistake you have ever made, and you won't even realize it. You'll just close this, go back to scrolling, go back to the same loop, the same ceiling, the same thoughts that have been eating you alive for months. I can see what you cannot see right now. You are not stuck. You are not failing. You are not running out of time. You are loading. You know that screen when something powerful is about to open and it just sits there buffering? That is you. Nothing looks like it's happening, but underneath, the most critical work of your entire life is processing. And you are about to walk away from a file that was 99% done. Do not do that. The people who win are not the most talented, not the most gifted, not the ones with the perfect timing. They are simply the ones who were still standing when everyone else sat down. Be still standing. This is for the person fighting in silence. This is for the person who is one day away from everything they have been bleeding for. Lock in. We start now. You don't know how close you actually are. You're sitting there right now running calculations in your head, how long you've been at this, how much energy you've spent, how little you have left, and the math looks bad. The math looks like it's time to stop. But here's the problem with that calculation. You are solving for a variable you cannot see. You don't have all the information. You never do. Nobody who ever quit knew they were one decision away from the thing they were chasing. That's the cruel irony of giving up. It always happens right before the break. Not because the universe is unfair, but because the break only comes to people who are still in the room when it arrives. Think about every hard thing you've ever pushed through. Every time you stayed when leaving felt easier. What happened? Something shifted. Not always dramatically, not always immediately, but something moved. Because pressure, sustained over time, always produces something. Always. The problem is that humans are terrible at measuring invisible progress. You cannot see your own endurance building. You cannot feel your skills compounding. You cannot watch the door that's about to open. You only see what's in front of you, the wall, the resistance, the silence where results should be. And so you conclude that nothing is happening. But nothing is further from the truth. Underground, before any tree breaks the surface, the roots are spreading. For months, in total darkness, with zero visible evidence that anything is alive down there. And then one day, it breaks through. Not because something changed that day, but because every day before that day did its job. You are the roots right now. You are doing the invisible work. The surface hasn't broken yet. That doesn't mean nothing is growing. Pain is a signal that something is being built. Every person who has ever built a body, a business, a skill, a life worth living, they all pass through the same door. And that door is not comfortable. It is not painless. It does not come with a guarantee written on the other side. It just says, this is where it gets hard. And most people turn around at that door. Not because they're weak, but because nobody told them what pain actually means in the context of growth. Pain has been sold to us as a warning sign. Stop, danger, exit here. But that's not what it is when you're building something. When you're building something, pain is a receipt. It is proof that you are paying the price that this thing costs. And everything worth having has a price. The price is not money. The price is discomfort, uncertainty, repetition without reward, showing up when you don't feel like it, doing the work when no one is watching and no one is clapping and the numbers aren't moving. That is the price. And pain is the confirmation that you are paying it. Think about what happens physically when a muscle is trained. It breaks down, literally tears at the fiber level. And in that breakdown, in that damage, the body responds. It rebuilds stronger than before. The pain was not the enemy. The pain was the mechanism. Remove the pain, remove the growth. It works the same way in every area of life. The discomfort of learning something new is your brain physically rewiring itself. The frustration of not being good yet is the gap between where you are and where you're going. And that gap is closing every single time you show up. You don't feel it closing, but it is. The resistance you feel is not the universe telling you that you're wrong. It is the universe confirming that you are doing something that actually matters. Easy things don't build people, hard things do. And right now, something hard is building you. Most people quit on day 29 of a 30-day battle. There is a pattern nobody talks about. It shows up in every field, every goal, every hard pursuit. The people who don't make it, they don't quit at the beginning. Quitting at the beginning is rare. At the beginning, there's energy, excitement, the freshness of a new decision. People quit at the end, right before the thing they wanted was about to arrive. They quit when they are exhausted, when the enthusiasm has worn off, when the results still haven't shown up and the effort has been going on long enough to feel pointless. That is the most dangerous moment. Not day 1, day 29. Because on day 29, everything in you is depleted. Your motivation is gone. Your patience is gone. The gap between what you expected and what you have is at its widest. And the voice in your head sounds completely reasonable when it says, this isn't working. It has evidence. It has weeks of evidence. But what that voice doesn't have is tomorrow. It cannot show you day 30. It cannot show you what was already set in motion by every day you showed up before this one. The work you did on day 3, day 11, day 22, that work didn't disappear. It accumulated. It is sitting there, ready to compound, waiting for you to stay one more day and collect what you've already earned. You don't want to quit. You want a reason to continue. If you truly wanted to quit, you would have already quit. The fact that you are still here, still searching, still asking the question, that tells you everything you need to know about yourself. Quitting is not what you want. What you want is relief. You want someone or something to confirm that the struggle is worth it. You want a signal that the direction is right, even when the results haven't appeared yet. That is not weakness. That is a completely human response to uncertainty. The problem is that the signal you're waiting for almost never comes before you decide to stay. It comes after. The clarity, the confirmation, the breakthrough, they are on the other side of the decision to keep going, not before it. You are waiting for permission that only your own continued action can give you. Nobody is coming to tell you it will work out. Nobody has that information. What you have is the choice, right now, to treat your own commitment as the only signal you need. Results are always the last thing to show up. This is the part that breaks most people. Not the hard work, not the sacrifice, not even the failure. What breaks people is the silence. The period between when you start doing everything right and when the results finally appear. That silence feels like proof that nothing is working, but it is not proof of failure. It is proof that you are in the middle of a process that has not finished yet. Results do not arrive on a schedule that matches your effort. They arrive on their own timeline. And that timeline is almost always longer than you expected and shorter than you feared. Every seed goes through a period where it looks exactly like nothing is happening. The soil is undisturbed. The surface is flat. If you judged the seed during that period, you would conclude it was dead. You would be wrong. Underneath, the most critical work is happening. The work that makes everything above ground possible. Your efforts right now are that seed. The consistency you've been showing up with, the skills you've been quietly building, the habits you've been grinding into your daily life, none of that is wasted. None of it has disappeared. It is all accumulating below the surface, building the foundation that results will eventually stand on. The timing is not in your control. The work is. The cost of quitting is paid every day after. People think quitting ends the pain. It does not. It trades one kind of pain for another. The pain of pushing forward is sharp and present. You feel it now, you deal with it now, and it is connected to something you are actively building. But the pain of quitting is different. It is dull and it is long, and it has no productive output attached to it. It is the weight of a question that never gets answered. The wondering, the replaying of the moment you walked away, the comparing of where you are to where you might have been. That weight does not lift on its own. It travels with you into the next chapter, the next attempt, the next version of your life. And it does something quietly dangerous. It trains you. Every time you quit, quitting becomes more familiar, more reasonable, more available as an option the next time something gets hard. You are not just making a decision about this one goal. You are making a decision about the kind of person you are becoming, the relationship you have with difficulty, with commitment, with your own word to yourself. That is being shaped right now by what you choose to do in this moment. You've survived 100% of your worst days. Every single day you thought would destroy you, didn't. Every moment that felt unsurvivable, every night that had no visible end, every version of rock bottom you've hit, you came through all of it. You are sitting here right now as living proof that your own worst fears about what you can handle have been wrong every single time. The days that felt impossible became the days that are behind you. That is not a small thing. That is the entire argument for why you keep going. Commitment is a decision, not a feeling. You were never going to feel ready. Motivation was never going to stay. Feelings are weather. They change without asking your permission. But a decision holds. When you made the commitment to this goal, to this path, to this version of your life, you made it with your whole self, not just the part of you that felt inspired that day. That inspired feeling left. The commitment didn't have to leave with it. Every time you show up without motivation, without energy, without certainty, you are honoring something deeper than a feeling. You are honoring a decision. And that is where real character is built. Not in the moments when you feel unstoppable, in the moments when you feel nothing at all, and you show up anyway. Here is everything this speech just told you, stripped down to its bones. You don't know how close you are. The results haven't shown up yet because results are always the last thing to arrive. The pain you feel is not a warning. It is a receipt confirming you are paying the price this thing costs. Most people quit on day 29. They never find out they were one day away. You don't actually want to quit. You want a reason to stay. And that reason is already inside you. The cost of quitting is not paid today. It is paid every single day after, in the quiet weight of wondering what would have happened if you had stayed 5 more minutes. You have survived every single worst day of your life so far. Every one, 100%. That is not luck. That is who you are. Commitment is not a feeling you wait for. It is a decision you make over and over, especially when the feeling is completely gone. The pain of quitting follows you. It travels into the next thing and the next and the one after that. But the version of you who didn't quit, that person is built from every moment you chose to stay when everything said leave. That person is not a dream. That person is one decision away. Make it now. This is Alex's motivational speech. And if this reached you today, it reached you for a reason. You made it to the end. That already tells me something about you. Most people don't. If this hit you, if even one line of this landed, do one thing right now. Not tomorrow. Now. Share this with one person who needs it tonight. Subscribe to Alex's motivational speech because the next video might be the one that changes everything for you. And before you leave, drop one word in the comments. Just one word that describes where you are right now. That's it. One word. See you in the next one.